Hello, everyone. I am testing out a new microphone as well as some other features I have added to my computer recently. So hopefully the quality is good and you're able to follow along relatively easily. I am hopping on here today to talk to you because some of you are still not getting your test grade feedback, and the other class that I have in person, and I have talked about this, they can't either. So what I did was I read to them the correct answers, and they said that was helpful. But I also, on the second test, you may or may not notice, if you've taken it yet, that when you finish taking it, it does tell you which of the multiple choice you got right and which ones you got wrong and what the correct answer is. So somebody from the seated class told me that that did work for them this time around. So I have hope that my short answer feedback will get back to you this time too. Hopefully we've gotten that figured out. No, I have not finished grading your papers yet, but I'm in process. So I feel pretty okay about that. You'll have over a month with that feedback before your papers due. So that's the good news. And all right, let's get started looking at your exam and what the correct answers were that I was looking for. You have to understand, I don't know if you're able to pull up your test yet or at all, but hopefully you can. So Aristotle's definition of rhetoric has three parts. It is the art or skill of knowing, in any particular instance, all the means of persuasion. Anything that included those three parts, you got full credit for. If you just put that it was the art of persuasion, you did not get points for that, because that's what you get when you Google that question. And as you know, I am not just looking for an answer, I'm looking for the correct answer in context. And so I've repeatedly said that that was the definition. So hopefully you all got it right. I don't remember off the top of my head at the moment. This one, number 2, list and define the artistic and artificial proofs. Now, I really want to make this very clear because my seated class sort of had a problem with this too, which is it says list and define. It does not say list. So if you just listed ethos, logos, and pathos, you got 5 points out of 15 because defining them is part of that as well. And of course, logos is the use of language to demonstrate your reasoning to persuade your audience. Ethos is your credibility and goodwill towards the audience. And the last one is pathos, of course, and that is utilizing emotion for the purpose of persuasion. So hopefully you got those right. St. Augustine. So St. Augustine, this was a multiple choice question. I'm trying to pull it up so I can read everything. St. Augustine believed that before speaking, you should learn what you can about your topic. He said that to do that, you must do what before you speak? The answer is pray. So hopefully you got that one. The next one, and this is taking me longer than I would like to go through the test, but Quintilian lived during the Roman Empire and Cicero lived during the Roman Republic. Hopefully you got that right. Where does rhetoric begin? It begins at the point of stasis. So yeah, if you put counterpart, that is, Aristotle said that it is the counterpart to dialectic, but it begins at the point of stasis. Okay. Next up, the encomium on Helen is a eulogy. So hopefully you got that right. Plato believed that rhetoric did what to the truth? That was a fill in the blank as well. The answer was hid the truth. The three types of reasoning are inductive, deductive, and abductive. If you just listed them, you're fine there because I just asked for what they are. I didn't ask for you to define them. However, in number 9, I did ask you to list and define the 5 canons of rhetoric. Excuse me. Goodness. I did ask you to list and define the 5 canons of rhetoric, so hopefully you did that. They are, of course, invention, arrangement, style, memory, and delivery. For invention, you needed to include somewhere in there about the artificial proofs. In the style, you needed to talk about the 3 levels of style. Arrangement had to be more than just organization, but the way that you present the order or categories of your speech in order to lead your audience to the right conclusion. Then we have memory. It is not memorizing. Memory is rehearsing the tradition of speaking. It's being formal in the speech. It's making sure that you treat the speech with the respect that you needed to treat it with and make the point clearly. Finally is delivery, which is the nonverbal, paralanguage, however you want to define that, the nonverbal delivery style or delivery actions. Okay, number 10. According to Aristotle, dialectic is what to rhetoric? I've already told you this before, but it's the counterpart. Dialectic is the counterpart to rhetoric. Quintilian felt that learning the art of rhetoric should start when? At birth. A lot of you got that right, so I don't feel bad about it, which is good. Isocrates was accused of what? And I'm going to see which word I chose here. Corrupting the youth. Yes, corrupting the youth. Same thing as Socrates. Teachers and lawyers were commonly called what in ancient times? Those are the sophists. And for Aristotle, the most common type of argument is the enthymeme. The enthymeme. Okay, so hopefully that helps you a little bit. I am really sorry that that it doesn't do that for you automatically when you got your score. Hopefully this time around it will. Okay, hopefully immediately once you're done, it will say you got that correct or the answer was this. Okay, so I went in and I made sure I plugged in every single answer. It says that it's going to give you that feedback. Fingers crossed. And like I said, somebody from the other class already told me that it did in fact do that for them. So also there is one question that currently has the wrong answer checked, but the right answer isn't even in there. So if you've taken the test already, you will get that one correct. If you've taken the test already, you know which one I'm talking about. If you have yet to take the test, I am changing that right now. And hopefully, and so if you open up the test to take it anytime after you seeing this video, you won't have to worry about that part. So, but if you've already taken the test and you were like, what the heck was that answer? Don't worry. I'm glad you knew that the answer wasn't there though, and you will get full credit. All right, everybody. Hopefully everything else is going okay for you. I'm back almost, I think, to full strength and speed, and hopefully the videos are working for you. If you need any additional videos on any topic, including your paper or tests or anything else, just let me know. A couple of you have texted me, thank you, or emailed me, thank you. Hopefully I've gotten back to everyone that has written to me prior to today. So if you wrote to me yesterday, you definitely should have an answer. If you wrote to me today, you may not. And in that case, that means I didn't get it. So text me. And hopefully I answered all your questions. I will be talking to you all soon. Have fun. Try to enjoy writing your second paper. It's supposed to be fun.